I've got a couple sweet properties here off the Clark Fork River, right by Quinns Hot Springs on Highway 35 here in Sanders County, Montana. My name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. The two properties I'm going to be talking about in this video, going over common questions and FAQs, are going to be these two properties here along the Clark Fork River. They do have a interest in river access, so there is deeded access to the river from these lots. I'm just going to pull one open. These are adjacent properties. We're selling them individually. We are open to selling them together. It's going to get you a little bit over 2.5 acres if you're interested in that. There obviously is added value to having two legal lots. And I've got a lot to say about these lots, so I won't jump into that yet. But let me just get started with some photos here. This is an untouched area of Montana. Still, there's not enough of that. Obviously, there's been a big rush to real estate out in Montana, and this is kind of one of those untouched areas. It's a little bit of a hidden gem. If you haven't been to Quinns Hot Springs, go check it out. That's a fun area down there. And that still is a pretty Wild West part of the state. So I love the Clark Fork River. Like I said, just a hidden gem in the state. So clicking through some photos, we're looking at flat properties. We're looking at a lot of recreational opportunities around you. It looks like there's power right here, stubbed to the lines of some nature. So our photographer did a great job of getting us some information on these two lots. There is some power. So you can see this is a road that heads back into the subdivision. I'm going to pull up the properties here on Google Earth in a second, and that'll help you visualize these a little bit better. But the main thing is looking at this drone imagery. I mean, this, like I said, world-class location. So I'm going to give you a quick bird's eye view of these properties on a map to give you an idea where I'm talking about. We're close to St. Regis. We're close to Paradise, Montana, and then Quinns Hot Springs is right along here. So zooming out a little bit, you've got Flathead Lake, Whitefish, Polson. You've got Coeur d'Alene to your west. You've got Missoula just to the south. So, check out all the public land around you too. And, Northwest Montana is a special area of the country. There's not a lot of this exists. I will tell you what, you don't go on Zillow, you just don't find listings back here. Not a lot of land pops up for sale in the state in general anymore. So we're happy to roll these out. Probably won't last long on these properties, but you do have street views too. If you are interested in taking a peek at the street views, you can hop in here and see what it looks like. So diving into, common questions, FAQs, and I do want to hop on Google Earth, show you these two lots. I do have a lot to talk about. Like I said, I think there's a well and potentially a septic on one of these properties. And the other property was approved. Some building plans were approved by the DEQ, Montana DEQ, which that's a huge value added opportunity. So I'm looking at the Clark Fork River here, zooming out. We're in the middle of this kind of canyon here. And you can see, here's a public access point, ferry landing, picnic area. So, I mean, not only do you have deeded access to the river, you have 1/50th deeded access to the river, and I'll get to that here in a second. But, you've got, public access right here, and I'll pull up the property on Onyx Maps to show you. We can look at public land on Onyx Maps. I mean, across the street is Lolo National Forest. So you go down the block, you walk out your front door, right? Here's the two properties we're talking about. They're showing as one on Onyx Maps, 2.55 acres. You can see Frontier Drive goes through the northeast corner of the lot. And then you've got, this might be the river access point for folks, but all these properties back here, all these properties in this little mini subdivision have 1/50th interest or some sort of deeded access to walk and access the Clark Fork River, I think for fishing and recreation. So you can see, the property is split like this. I have them open on Google Earth, and I'll show you that here. But you can see somebody's put a driveway in off Highway 35 right here. And other folks, this property would probably be best suited. I would put my driveway off Frontier Lane here. If I were to buy this one, if you were to buy both, again, you'd probably want a little bit more privacy off that driveway. But you are seeing people put driveways in off Highway 135. Here's another one here. So you may need approval from the Department of Transportation. That's something you could look into. But otherwise, it's not a perfect science, but you're seeing other people doing it. There's really no reason you shouldn't be able to. And again, you can see what that neighbor's done there. So just kind of zooming out, I mean, you're surrounded by public land. Again, this is over 200,000 acres of Lolo National Forest, right? And I can see these river access spots. So you've got Ferry Landing picnic area. That's going to provide some access to the Clark Fork River, it looks like. You can kind of go through Onyx Maps and see, different access points to the river. I mean, it's all public land. As I zoom out around these two lots, I'm just continue to zoom out and it's all public land, up in this area. So this may even provide some river access down here. But enough of talking about the surrounding areas. Let's dive back into these properties and let's talk about some interesting findings. I actually found this from the title company is these lots, we own both lot 14 and 15. And I think lot 15, I'm selling these properties as is. I don't know. I just picked these up. The ground's hard. There's snow on the ground. I have a realtor who's going to go check these out for me and see what she can find. But you can review this approval letter. What it does, it lays out an approved plan for septic well and driveway, like a garage shop and a house on lot 14. And shows that lot 15 has a pre-existing well and septic already in the lot. I don't have any of this information confirmed. This is a valuable piece of due diligence, though, and I wanted to share it with the public and help you guys understand it. So here's that DEQ report. And it really goes through, hey, we've reviewed the properties. You can read through it. I'm not going to spend all day reading it out to you. It talks about, lot 14, right? Yada, yada. It talks about a wastewater sewage treatment. It shall consist of 1,500 gallon septic tank, right? And that the well system on lot 1 will be installed, yada, yada. And, it just talks about, right? Lot 14, frontier, removal of sanitary restrictions. So it's saying there's no sanitary restrictions, right? They've removed that. And somebody proposed a sewage treatment system on lot 14. That the proposed sewage system on lot 14 is in need of extensive repairs or replacement, and it shall be replaced by a septic tank. That no sewage, yada yada. So maybe that existing, I thought that was on lot 15, the existing septic system. So let me walk through this. Maybe there's one on lot 14 too that needs repair or needs replacement. This is Dan Guy, and maybe you could Google this and see who this is. But you could contact the county too. This was back in 2010. Somebody did this, but this is lot 15, block 1. We own lot 15. We own lot 14. Septic and well showing. This is a well, and this is pre-existing septic pre-1995. Do you see that on lot 15? And do you see a well marked here on lot 15? This is the high water line. So both properties are good and outside of that. This is lot 14 outlined here. Do you see that? This is the access road. This is block 3, lot 8, block 3, lot 7. This is a proposed water line. You see here, and this is the proposed well, 1,000 or 100-foot protective zone. So you've got your water here, and then you've got your proposed house. Then you can read here, septic tank, 500-gallon pump chamber, septic main line. So you've got your septic system. As I zoom in here, you've got your main line. I'm not a developer and a builder. Somebody's going to be a lot more knowledgeable on this than I am. But it's another piece of information. Your drain field area, soil profile perk test, a 15-foot test pit. So somebody's done a lot of work, and lot 13 is undeveloped, no septic or well. So this is a proposed garage right here. You've got the driveway coming in, proposed garage, and proposed house. So, this is a really valuable piece of paper. Again, this is a little bit of a nutshell. Another contours here, direction of flow and things like that. So you've got your well, you've got your septic system, you've got your garage, you've got your house. So this was approved, by the county in 2010. You can dig more into this. I did want to share it. I wanted to go over what I'm seeing. And it's got information on the pump chamber and stuff like that. So again, this is all pertaining to lot 14. Now, were they just classifying lot 14 as a double lot 14 and lot 15, and they didn't really specify? I don't know, because it does in the drawing, it does differentiate, lot 15 having this existing well and septic. Block 1, lot 15, well and septic showing. This is lot 15. I'm going to just transfer us over to Google Earth, and this is lot 15. Or excuse me, this is lot 14. This is lot 15 right here. So, I don't know. Is this, does lot 15 have some sort of development on it? That's confusing to me. Block 1, lot 15. And this is lot 13. So that doesn't really make sense unless somebody got their wires crossed here. And they're referring to this septic and well showing is that the neighbors. I doubt it, I guess. I don't know how you would miss that. But again, I mean, here's the two lots we're looking at. It's a gray area, and I'd suggest as a buyer you look more into that. I do want to point out this is owned by Sanders County, an acre and a quarter. And I think this is too, or that's not, but this is Sanders County, so you don't have any neighbors on this side either. And across the road, like we looked at on Onyx Maps, is really all public land across the road from you too. So, there is some private ownership here on this steep hillside, but the rest of it's public. So again, a little bit of confusion from me. I would like it if you knew anything about this, if you could decipher it, let me know. I mean, leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, but this is a really promising dock. Whether there's something that exists, we know the DEQ is going to work with you, and there already has been an approval to develop on these lots. Ideally, I'm selling both of these lots together. I am going to advertise them separately. I would work with somebody if they're interested in both lots at a discounted price. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to share everything I know about this property with somebody, and kind of, let you take that and run with it, do with it as you wish. So there is a 50th interest in fishing access in Frontier River Estates. I haven't mapped that out. I don't know where it's at. A surveyor could help you with it, maybe a title company. When I find some time, I will try to do that. But I just pulled this from the legal description. So it's over lot 22, block 1 of Frontier River site. So it's the west 50th feet of that lot. So again, no zoning back here. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to use the land how you wish here in western or northwest Montana. So again, I do have that adjacent property, lot 14 and lot 15, and some other deals out here in Montana right now. My name's Miles McLaughlin with Wilco Land. Give me a shout if you're interested in these, 605-250-1256. Thanks for taking a peek.